All the plot of this romantic film tell about a doctor who hire a seductive girl to test her husband, which he suspected obliquely from it. Despite unexpected events put the family in danger. What's the next story? Stay here and always be careful. The beginning of the film shows a girl who being made up with glamorous makeup, delivered out of the hotel by a rich old man. In the film Shipia cut to show a person the gynecologist is named Catherine. The practice is moderate, examining the patient. The film moves to show a college professor tall named David who is teaching in class, and coincide also with the day her birthday. David is Catherine's husband, so that Catherine his wife, planning to deliver a surprise for her husband. At night at her residence, Catherine was already there, invite all his relatives that her husband David having a birthday, and he wants to make a surprise for her husband. However, because flight technical problems, so David experienced delays departure, so Catherine disbanded this party. This makes his wife very sad. Catherine has one teenage son named Michael who brought his girlfriend to snub, but his mother was so protective on him, so the relationship Catherine with her son there's a problem. The next day he getting David has at home, then David asks sorry to him and go to work. One day Michael's girlfriend is named Anna found out of this son's room. Catherine saw Anna, so Catherine was so worried after knowing that Michael with his girlfriend already have romance, and made Catherine rebuke them. Then when Catherine going to work, he sees the photo her husband with his student on David's cell phone. This makes he was suspicious to her husband. Then they and their family left watching orchestral music with Anna to come and be there. But Michael was together, his girlfriend Anna didn't come along dinner together. They also met their relatives named Frank together, Delia Frank's lover. Then Catherine went to the toilet but met with a young woman named Chloe. Catherine gave him a tissue, those who are sad, and this meeting keep him going looking at Chloe. Catherine didn't notice that he is a seductive girl. However, his relative Frank have told them at the time. Catherine becomes jealous on David, who is the type of guy who likes to be open to anyone. One day, he also noticed Chloe from his office window, entering a high-class bar, and suspect that they work in the environment the same, and Chloe goes there to meet clients. Catherine goes there to meet Chloe and told him that he wanted to hire him to test loyalty her husband David, and they agreed. The next day Chloe first time coming to the coffee shop to meet David and approach him. This is the first meeting for both. Then they met again, to which Chloe reported that David was being friendly to anyone, that he is not tempted, and Catherine wanted to know why Chloe become a bully girl. Chloe said that he tried to make it people become happy, so Catherine wanted. Chloe went back to looking what else what David did, and after finding out should we stop, they agreed again for a new contract, then pay Chloe. At night Catherine eavesdrops on the conversation Michael with his lover, that the two have broken up, which his son found out, so Michael doesn't want to talk to him. Then Catherine told her husband that Anna had broken up with Michael, so Catherine felt her lover, which makes Michael behave differently with him. However, David says that all will be alright. David replays the memory they were beautiful before as lovers, that they remain loyal although there are often a few minor problems that happen. Catherine became disturbed, so I wanted soon having romance again with her husband, David. However, her husband feel different because David is working. The next day where Catherine received the message, and they came back meet again. Chloe reported back that David hugged him in a city park, so that made Catherine sad, upset, and leave. However, the car stuck in the parking lot, and Chloe fell from his bicycle. Then Catherine helped him to treat it immediately, so Chloe continued the story in the garden together with David, and Catherine wanted for Chloe to follow HIV test and provide a results report, test him for HIV. He felt empty with Chloe's report. A few days later Chloe brings results test to Catherine's office, where he met Michael and annoy him. Chloe wants them meet again, and he sent a message when Catherine was with his friends. There they joked about it. Oblique behavior occurs because of the couples who is busy working, so this makes Catherine was uncomfortable. Then he lied again and go. Catherine and Chloe met several times, and Chloe explained meeting explicitly with David, who awakened Catherine. During their meeting in a hotel where Chloe said he was with David, and make it immediately Catherine spilled the beans. His heart is with Chloe, that they as married couple love each other so much, but because of busyness both of them are no longer there together as usual. So Chloe approached him and hugged Catherine. Finally Catherine was very surprised with Chloe's behavior and go. Catherine comes on at a piano recital the son Michael meeting with David, and surprised with David's awareness of the scent of the lotion. It's lotion which is the same as the one Chloe was wearing. Annoyed by this, Catherine went in, meet Chloe again at a hotel, whereas he wanted to know Chloe's actions and asked how David hugged him. Catherine's attitude, Chloe noticed that Catherine wanted it, and finally they have romance. Then the two went home together in a taxi. Catherine showed me the house on Chloe, and he wants them not seeing each other again. But before leaving, Chloe gives hairpin on him. Coming home very late, he's been waiting by David at home. David asks if is he unfaithful. Catherine told him that he is too unfaithful, and the two argued. Meanwhile, Michael tried to stop their quarrel, but they didn't want Michael to come along mixed in their affairs. These two couples don't give in to each other that night. The next day, Chloe, I've been waiting at the office. Chloe confronts Catherine and told him that what that they share together is real, but Catherine insisted that their relationship is business transactions and asked him to leave. Chloe became interested with Catherine's life, those who have finished their relationship, so started the plan by approaching Michael and give him a music CD. Then Catherine became frustrated with music what is played by his son. He stops the music, so Michael is like that annoyed with him, and Catherine said to his son to stay away from Chloe. Catherine must be firm for his son's good. Chloe tried to make something up all the stories so you can known by Catherine after approaching his son to be able to come back having romance again together with Catherine. This time it was Catherine decide to complete Chloe's employment contract forever. He called Chloe to meet at the coffee shop, whereas he also called David. David came over first and him angrily demanded for him to admit it that he was having an affair. Chloe came in and it's clear that David didn't recognize it because of Chloe's plan just to destroy Catherine, take advantage of this work contract. Chloe quickly leave without speaking with one of them, and Catherine realized that Chloe made it all up story about the meeting with David. Finally, David admitted that Chloe had screwed him over and goes sideways, but David never loyal to him. Annoyed, Catherine expressed everything about Chloe and that they have had a romance. He apologized, said that he was felt he didn't. David saw as he grows old, while David become more attractive to him. This is sobering. Her husband is busy working and forget his wife. Then David comforted him and hugged him, so the pair reconcile. This makes Chloe was furious and went to Catherine's house to have romance with Michael as a sign of retribution. Catherine arrived home. He was so shocked, so he told Michael to get out. While he is together, Chloe is both in the room. He begged to doesn't involve his son, and Chloe told Catherine that she is love him and that he only has romance with Michael because replied to his rejection by Catherine. He threatened to hurt Catherine, asking a kiss, and Catherine complied. Michael saw their behavior, so it's surprising Catherine, and cause he pushed Chloe to the bedroom window. Chloe grabbed the frame, but on purpose let go and fall to his death. Finally, their employment contract it ended then too. Sometime later, at Michael's graduation party, Catherine seems to have reconciled with his son. Catherine looks wearing Chloe's hairpin, and finally the family is reconciled. That's the story of the story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and press the notification bell. Come on, give support on this channel by providing super chat. Write your comments if it has helped. Thank you for watching and always be careful.